Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Howdy, Wyatt.
Thank you, Mr. Earp. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Wheeler. Won't you sit down?
Thank
Mr.
you.
Pelby?
Thank you.
I'm holding the edition for your acceptance speech, Wyatt.
Yeah, well, you better keep on holding it because I'm not accepting it.
What?
Well, who ever heard of a marshal as chairman of a baby contest?
But, Marshal, you must accept those dreadful gamblers are even making book on the babies.
Well, that's legal, ma'am.
The gossip is simply dreadful. Some people are actually hinting that Our Ladies' Aid Society approves of the gamblers.
Well, let's look at what the facts are, Mrs. Beeler. You set up a contest and you asked everybody in town to vote for their favorite baby at 25 cents a vote. Is that right?
That's right.
Now, you asked everybody. And the gamblers all pitched in, cutting into their own poker pots for vote money, and you ladies were very happy to get the contributions.
And why not? The money's for the best of purposes, Mr. Earp.
But we need you, Mr. Earp, or this honest charity may break up in a scandalous mess.
What the ladies mean is this, Wyatt. With you chairman of the contest, the gamblers wouldn't dare try anything crooked.
No.
And that'll give the people in town confidence to go on voting. Is
Yes.
that so?
Yes, yes. And we could award the $200 prize to Wichita's prize baby, knowing it had been elected honestly.
Well, look, Mrs. Beeler, I mean, the chairman of a baby contest, well, what if a big cowhand should dare me to, well, change one of the babies or something?
But you could do it, Mr. Earp. You're such a resourceful man.
Good.
Mr. Earp, Mr. Earp.
Oh, no.
Excuse me, ladies, but Denver Jones wants a marshal right away. There's trouble over at the Wichita Saloon.
What kind of trouble, Joe?
Well, Denver's been taking 10% of all the money and putting it into the baby contest.
Yes, I know that.
Well, this young fella got cleaned out. Now he wants his kitty money back.
You see, Marshal, these things put our contest in such a bad light.
What did I tell you?
Yes, ladies, well, you go tell Denver I got twice as much trouble as you'll ever have.
But this young fella's gone for his guns.
Well, that makes it a little different. Excuse me, ladies, and Mr. Murdoch.
Marshal. That's him. There he goes into the Texas hotel where he checked his guns.
Joe, that young fellow looked mad enough to make a real roughhouse. Guess we better get out of sight.
But Marshal.
Where's that boss dealer with the slick tongue?
You're a little overdressed, aren't you, stranger?
No scrub Cowtown marshal's gonna tell me whether I can wear a gun or not. Where's Denver Jones?
Well, I'm sitting in for him right now.
Yeah? Who are you?
Name's Earp.
I never heard of you. Since you're feeding on his range, you can hand over that $30 he held out on me.
See that sign? There's a sign like that in every card room in town. And every winner's buying votes for his favorite baby.
I never saw the babies. I've never been in this town before, and I'm cleaned out. I want that cut he took off my lucky pots to go on playing.
Seeing as you're a stranger here, I guess I better introduce myself properly. I'm that scrub Cowtown marshal. You must want that money awful bad. You want to kill a man for it.
Yeah, I need it, and I'll get it.
You want to work for it? You don't look like the gunfighter type to me. A lot of jobs around.
I can't wait that long.
You're going to have to wait in jail overnight. Now, since you bought $30 worth, I'll give you a ballot so you can vote for one of the babies. Well, let's check this for you so it doesn't give you any more trouble.
We're on the same old room, Sam. On the double. Key, fire, water, and tobacco. Oh, go stab yourself with it.
You boys are a little bit behind the times, aren't you?
What'd you say?
First, I want you to check your guns. Second, I want you to pay for the hole in the carpet. And third, I want you to behave yourself while you're here in Wichita.
Who says?
I do.
Well, who are you?
I'm the marshal here. The name is Earp.
Wyatt Earp?
This is Marshal Earp, men. We heard about you. Well, go on. Check your guns like the man said. What do you suppose it would cost to knit that hole in the carpet? Hold it! Come on, boy. Come on now. Well, I'm all right.
See, I've given you ladies a big spread here on page 1.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good gracious, Mr. Earp.
Any real trouble, Wyatt?
I won one and lost one. I met a young fellow with a very fast horse. Ladies, your contest is causing more ruckus than I realized. I'll take that chairmanship.
Oh, wonderful,
bless
Mr. Earp.
you. Come on, let's
spread
spread
the
the
good
good
news.
news.
After letting some saddle tramp run over me like that, I guess babies are about all I can handle.
Come on, Wyatt. Tell me all about it.
Well,
Say, those nice ladies aren't afraid someone had rigged their play, are they?
Well, not now, they're not. But, Joe, here's a list of the official rules. Will you post them for me so everybody can read them?
Sure.
If anybody gives you any trouble, why, you just give me a call, huh?
Sure will, Marshal. There you are.
It's a good haul. Good night.
Good night, Marshal.
You all right, man?
Is there a doctor? One who knows something about babies.
Well, there's Dr. Fabrique, ma'am. He treats all ages.
I'm afraid she's pretty sick.
His office is just down the street here. Let me help you. You look all tuckered out, man. Where'd you come from?
We were on our way here from Dodge City. My husband was killed on the trail.
Now, don't you worry. Doc will take good care of both of you.
It's a good thing the Lord makes babies extra tough. How long you been jolting this kid around in the hot sun?
Is she very sick?
Exhaustion, hunger, and wind colic. The smartest thing I can do for her now is do nothing. Let her rest.
I brought you a sandwich and some milk.
Thank you, Mr. Earp. Will Susie be all right, Doctor?
Well, in the hands of a baby specialist, I wouldn't give her much chance. But I ain't no baby specialist. Go on, eat something.
Oh, sit here, Jenny.
Thank you. Can't I give her some of this milk if I warm it?
No. Who's handling this case?
Doc is an expert on babies. Do you have any friends here in town?
No, I don't.
Then I'll have to get Susie and you a room at the hotel.
Well, I can't pay for it, Marshal. If they let me work it out, I haven't much money left. I haven't any. But I'll get a job and I'll pay you, Doctor.
Wait and earn some money. And don't gobble so fast. Wyatt, you and I better have a consultation.
You just take it easy. When Doc acts mean, it's a sure sign the patient's going to recover. He sure is a cute kid. Will she be all right?
I got the big baby on my mind now. Suppose you get her a job slinging hash in one of the hotels.
I don't know. She doesn't look that strong.
She's just the kind of mother to have a kid in the baby contest.
Hey,
She's broke. She's hungry.
hey, that's a wonderful idea. But do you think you can get Susie well quick enough?
With $200 prize money at stake? I'm entering Susie in the contest right away. Those pie-eyed cowhands will make her the favorite. Let's drink to that.
Oh, this is going to be wonderful. Say, what's the baby's full name?
Susie.
No, the full name.
I forgot to ask. But that don't matter. Now, Wyatt, the important thing is, as boss of the baby contest, where do you stand?
Oh, come on, Doc. You know I can't favor one child above the other. You know that.
Yeah. Poor little fatherless kid with a mother that could wring the heart of a cattle auctioneer.
Doc. I tell you what I will do. I'll see to it that Susie's votes are counted, honestly.
No. I guess I'll have to be satisfied with an honest count. Oh. Just listen to that. Wyatt, if she's got a smile to match those tears we're in. And I don't want you to go bragging on Susie. She's a dark horse. And I want to get a few side bets down on her. Come on, Susie.
Are you sure you don't want us to help you?
No. I'm a doctor. Wyatt, here comes the enemy. Cheap publicity.
Mr. Earp, I see no call for you to be ridiculing a leading candidate in the baby contest.
Well, me ridicule Nettie Morris, ma'am? Why, he's one of my favorite youngsters.
Some folks say you and Doc Fabrique have only one favorite youngster since that Smith girl came to town.
Doc's the one that made the entry, Mrs. Pelby. All fair and square.
But our contest was meant for the hometown babies, not just any stray that comes in off the trail.
Well, that baby was born in Kansas, ma'am. And the ladies' aid is the one that made up the rules, not me. As long as you ask me to enforce them, well, that's what I intend to do. For every baby in the contest.
But how do you know that child was born in Kansas?
From the birth certificate, Mrs. Pelby.
Doc brought the birth certificate over to my office. Mrs. Beeler's due down there to check it any moment. Won't you join me?
Thank you. I think I will.
It's a perfectly legal birth certificate, and it seems quite in order.
Stamped.
Thanks, ma'am. I'll just take it back to the baby's mother if you ladies are satisfied. Jenny Smith's a little worried about it.
Oh, I return it to her, of course, and set her mind at rest, poor child.
Yes.
Really, Edna, you're not lining up with this girl from nowhere, too.
Jenny Smith and her baby have given this contest exactly what it needed, Ruth, a sporting interest. Why, it means hundreds of dollars for the missionary fund.
But her child will win, hands down. Haven't you got any local pride?
Now, don't worry.
I am worried. Nettie Morris is my nephew. Edna, you wrote the contest rules. Now, there must be some technicality on which we can disqualify that little Miss Nobody. Let me read them.
Well, my copy of the rules is at home under lock and key. Our square shooting marshal took a second copy, and I doubt if he's even looked at it himself. Everything will be all right. Now, just don't worry, dear. We better get out of here.
Hey, Doc, how are you? How's Susie?
Strong as a heifer.
Huh? Well, that's good, because half the votes in the contest are being cast for her. What's worrying you?
Well, that's just it. Susie's the favorite all over town, but not in Denver Jones's place. You know, he's been making book on the baby contest. Got a big odds board, and he's given 5-1 against Susie's winning it.
Well, I wonder why Denver doesn't think Susie can win it.
Well, he never did take active interest in charity. He's got something up his sleeve. You can bet your bottom dollar on that.
Let's go down and have a little look at those odds.
$20 on little Susie. Morning, Marshal. Morning, Doc.
Howdy.
Morning, Denver. Your odds are a little out of line, aren't they?
What's wrong with those odds? Take Nettie Morris there. Willing colt, nice conformation, biggest lungs in town. 3-1. Abby Biffle. Now there's a sweet little filly. Only Strawberry Roan in the race. 4-1.
What about that 5-1 against Susie Smith? She's the favorite all over town.
Now she might be your favorite, Doc, but being she's a dark horse, strange filly in town, folks don't know how fast she'll finish.
You have any reason to think she won't finish?
Me? Of course not. But since you question my odds, Marshal, you collect the votes every night. Care to back your judgment with a little wager?
Well, I won't play favorites in this contest, and I can't bet on it. You know that.
But I can. And I'm betting $100 on Susie Smith to win.
You got yourself a bet, Doctor.
Here's another 100 on Nettie Morris. Clem Beeler just sent it in.
Clem Beeler. Even Clem Beeler's betting against Susie.
That proves that Mrs. Beeler doesn't think Susie can win. She pulls the purse strings in that family.
Yeah. She also wrote the rules. Hey. Joe.
Yeah?
Let me see that official list of rules. Thank you.
Well, that's clear and simple. There's no catch there.
No. Hey, wait a minute. It's supposed to be 2 pages. Maybe there's another rule nobody's read.
Number 7. All babies, mothers, and fathers will bring the candidates to steps of the church at 6 o'clock the night the contest closes, where the prize will be presented to the winner's parents.
Mothers and fathers.
But Susie hasn't got a father.
No, Denver knew it. Tried to cover up that rule so nobody could read it. Look, he even shaved the edges of the paper so it wouldn't be seen. Denver?
He went out the back.
Let's get him. He's been giving us a dry shave.
Could be he's cut his own chin. I'm gonna go over and see Susie's mother.
Does this number 7 rule mean that maybe Susie...
Scratched. That's exactly what it means.
But that isn't fair. It isn't her fault. And Mr. Earp, we've just got to have that $200.
Hmm? Well, how bad have you got to have it?
Well, you know we're down on hardpan, Marshal. And I owe the doctor, especially for Susie's life.
You gotta have it bad enough to tell me where Susie's father is?
I told you, Marshal, he was killed.
Now, what was he doing in the Wichita saloon the afternoon before you rode into town?
He wasn't. He couldn't have been. Because he was killed. Like I told you, Pat was killed.
Pat. You realize that's the first time you spoke his name? But you didn't have to. I got it off Susie's birth certificate. Patrick Smith. There's also on the trigger guard of a gun I have over in my office. The one he checked at the Wichita hotel before he rode me down.
Then you've known all along I was his wife.
Pretty near.
And you were figuring to follow Susie and me out of town and take him.
No. No, I knew a husband of a girl like you couldn't very well be a gunslinger. But I've got to try and bring him in now, Jenny.
No, please don't. Pat's hot-tempered and he's outlawed. He'll fight it out, and he's a dead shot, Marshal.
Well, just gonna have to take that chance. And half the town bought votes for Susie to win the baby contest, and the other half didn't even want her to enter. I'm the chairman. I said she qualified. They bet on my word, so I gotta qualify her.
By going out and killing Pat, is that how? Well, I won't tell you where he is.
Yes, you will, Jenny. Because according to the way I read these rules, they want the live father on the church steps tonight.
Pat! Pat Smith! I want to talk to you. I'm alone, Pat. I got something to tell you about your wife and daughter. Jenny got Susie to the doctor in time. She's gonna be well.
I got something to tell you, Marshal. Just keep your hands above the saddle where I can see them.
You got the drop on me, Pat. All you gotta do is pull the trigger. So go ahead, unless you want to talk things over sensibly. What's the matter, Pat? You afraid to talk?
No.
What is it, then? You afraid to give me an even break with the draw? That's better. Now, let's start with that money you came to town to win. Jenny and Susie have got it made.
That's a lie. Not a very smart one, either. Where would they get that kind of money in such a short time?
Well, it sounds crazy, but if I wanted to lie, I couldn't make up one like this. You remember that baby contest in town? Well, your wife entered Susie, and she's winning it hands down.
Think I'll fall for a crazy yarn like that? Tell me something. How did you know where I was at?
Jenny told me.
I know you're lying now. She died before she turned me in.
Well, use your head, Pat. She had to tell me. Nobody else knew where you were. And she had good reasons. She doesn't want Susie's father to be an outlaw and a gunfighter. She wants to homestead like you planned. I know why you went for your gun that day in town. Your baby was hungry and you were half crazy because of it.
Yeah. Now tell me something else, Marshal. Who's gonna feed her while I'm breaking rock in jail?
We got no rock piles in Wichita, Pat. And you only got one night to spend in jail for breaking the no-gun law.
How about riding down the marshal?
Well, I'll tell you. That Cowtown marshal won't admit that he couldn't dodge out of the way of a horse. Not and keep his self-respect. So get on your horse. We'll head back to town.
Stay where you are.
You got to be back in town by 6 o'clock in order for Susie to win that contest, Pat. I only got one persuader left.
Reach for your guns and you're a dead man, Earp.
You wouldn't want Susie showing up for that contest without her shoes.
Thank you for the blanket, Dr. Fabrice.
Well, that's all right. Now, don't you go worrying about the baby. If she doesn't win the contest by herself, the blanket will. Have you ever seen anything prettier? There they are now!
Well, Mr. McDonald, come here and hold these horses for us, will you?
Is everything all right?
Yeah, the marshal.
Hey, we making town?
You cut it too close. We're in a hurry, you know.
You want me to drive?
Why, sure. You're Susie's papa. Get on the wagon there, and hold the baby. Go on now. Get in. Up.
Here we go.
Here we are now. Whoops-a-doodle. Ah, that takes care of paragraph 7. Now get on over to those courthouse steps. I got a lot of money riding on that baby.
Come on, boy.
Too bad you didn't get a bet down on her, Wyatt.
Don't forget to put shoes on her.
Never did meet a filly yet that could win a race without shoes.
Let's get on those horses and ride over there.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long
fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be